Hello students, welcome back to lecture number 12 in this series. In last lecture, we have discussed about characteristic loads. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about characteristic strength. So again, as per the clause number 36.1 of IS 456-2000, the characteristic strength means that the value of strength of the material below which not more than 5% test results are expected to fall. It means that if you take a particular material, for example, if we take the concrete, then for the concrete we have to perform the compressive strength test on cubes of dimensions 150 mm by 150 mm by 150 mm. Then suppose if we conduct a test on 100 cubes, and let us consider that the cubes were casted or were designed, that whatever concrete we are going to use, that concrete is designed for 20 MPa, that is 20 Newton per mm square. And if we perform the compression test on these blocks, out of 100 blocks, 95 blocks will give the strength more than 20 MPa. But there are only 5 blocks which may get results less than 20 MPa. So we can say that the 20 MPa will be the characteristic strength of the concrete, because the 95% of the blocks gave strength more than 20 MPa and only 5% blocks give results less than 20 MPa. So we can take this boundary as the characteristic strength. So here we are considering, or we are the concept what we are using here, that there is only 5% probability, or only 5% chances are there that the strength of material may fall beyond a particular value, and that particular value will be taken as the characteristic strength. That particular value will be taken as the characteristic strength. That's that it means that the characteristic strength has 95% reliability or 95% possibility, or there is only 5% probability, or there is only 5% possibility of actual strength of that material will be less than the characteristic strength. Okay, so that's why I told you that 20 MPa will be considered as a characteristic strength of those blocks what we have tested out of 100 blocks. Now let us consider the normal distribution curve for the specimens, for the specimens which we have considered for the testing purpose. So in this figure, the sample calculations have been done for the compressive strength of the concrete at 28 days. So in this sketch, now we are going to plot the idealized distribution curve for the values of compressive strength for a certain number of test specimens. Here, the horizontal axis represents the value of compressive strength in Newton per mm square, and the vertical axis represents the number of test samples for a particular compressive strength. Here it is termed as frequency. So the maximum value what we obtain from the mean of all number of compressive strength what we have conducted, that will be taken as mean strength. So let us consider here it as Fm, and the characteristic strength, that is FCK, is the value in the x-axis below which 5% of total area under the curve falls. So from this graph we can clearly say that the characteristic strength of this concrete, that is FCK, will be calculated with a relation that mean strength minus 1.64 times S, where 1.64 is the value of K, which is the coefficient for the normal distribution of this data what we have considered here, and S is the standard deviation for this normal distribution. So based on this we can write the equation that the characteristic strength will be equals to mean strength minus K into S. So remember that the characteristic strength will be always less than the mean strength what we are getting from the number of tests. Hence the characteristic strength in general will be represented as Fk. It may be for steel or it may be for concrete. We are representing it as Fk. So Fk will be equals to Fm, that is mean strength, minus 1.64 times S. The characteristic strength of concrete shall be in accordance with the table number 2 given in IS 456-2000. So here in this table, the IS code gives the different values of the strengths, characteristic strength for different grids. The characteristic strength of concrete is denoted by FCK, and it is normally expressed in Newton per mm square, or we can call it as a MPa, that is megapascal, and its value is different for the different grades of concrete. For example, M15, M25, etc. So as you can see here in this table that the characteristic strength of concrete is given here. It varies from M10 minimum value of M10 to maximum of M80, and these concretes have been divided into three categories: ordinary, standard concrete, and the high strength concrete. And the grades of this concrete are designated as M10, M15, M20, likewise M80. So here this letter M stands for the concrete mix, and the number specifies the characteristic compressive strength of 150 mm size cubes at 28 days and expressed in Newton per mm square or in megapascal. So here you can clearly see that the ordinary concrete is divided in uh, three different grades, that is M10, M15 and M20, and the specified characteristic compressive strength at 28 days of 150 mm size cube is also given in column number 3, that is for M10 that value should be equals to 10 Newton per mm square. For M15 grade of concrete, the characteristic strength should be equals to 15 Newton per mm square. For M20 grade, it should be 20 Newton per mm square for the ordinary concrete. Then for standard concrete, that standard concrete varies from M25 to M55, and the high strength concrete varies from M60 to M80. In table number 2, at the bottom, two notes are given. Let us discuss those notes. First note is that regarding the designation of concrete mix. That in the designation of concrete mix, the letter M refers to the mix and the number represents the compressive strength of 150 size cubes at 28 days, and which is expressed in Newton per square as given in the table, as given in the column number 3 here. Then the note 2 is for note 2 is for the concrete of compressive strength greater than M55, that is under this category, that is high strength concrete. The design parameters given in the standard may not be applicable, and the values may be considered from specialized literatures and the experimental studies or experimental results. So for this high strength concretes, we have to take the values from the experimental data or by referring the standard literatures available regarding such kind of high grade concretes. So as per this specification, we have to consider the standard literatures and the experimental results for calculating the values. For example, we have to calculate the flexural strength, or we have to calculate the modulus of elasticity for concrete which is having grades more than M55 by experiments or by referring to the standard literatures, irrespective of taking these values from the codes IS 456 provisions. Then the characteristic strength of steel. The IS standards specifications don't provide the exact values of the characteristic strength, but until and unless when the relevant Indian standard specifications for the reinforcing steel are modified to include the concept of characteristic strength, the characteristic value shall be assumed as the minimum yield stress or 0.2% proof stress specified in the relevant Indian standards for the steel. The characteristic strength of steel designated by symbol Fy and expressed in Newton per mm square or MPa. Generally, the steel is available in following grades. Main three types of grades are available in market. First is the mild steel, which are the plain bars. The grade of this mild steel is designated as Fe 250, where Fe stands for ferrous, is for steel or iron, and 250 stands for yield stress or 0.2% proof stress, and which is represented as Fy. In general calculation, we take this value of Fy for the mild steel as 250 Newton per mm square. Then the second type of grade is Fe 415, which comes under the high yield strength deform bar HYSD bars. So these are the modified bars which having great ductility and the good properties as compared to the mild steel bar. This kind of high strength deformed bars will provide the better bond in between the concrete, because this kind of bars are provided with the ribs, as you can see in this picture. So this HYHD bars are having two grades, Fe415 and Fe500. So Fe415 again 415 is the yield strength or yield stress. So that's why the value of Fy will be taken as Fy, the value of Fy will be taken equals to 415 Newton per mm square. And for Fe 500, this value will be taken as 500 Newton per mm square. So these are the main three grades which we normally use for the reinforced cement concrete work. Apart from these three grades, some additional grades are also available in market nowadays. That Fe 500 D or Fe 500 D or Fe 550 D, Fe 600 or Fe 600 D, where D stands for the ductility. These are the steels which are available in market for the special ductility conditions. Apart from this, some hard drawn steel wires are also available which are having the yield stress of 480 Newton per mm square. These hard drawn steel wires we normally use for the binding purpose, binding wires. Thank you. And if you like my video, please press on like. Also do share with your friends. And if you want to get further notifications, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.